Hey, what's going on, guys? William Barry here, coming at you live from the power of the internet. And hey, man, it's been a minute. Um, Someone reached out to me and asked me to watch this video. Now, typically, I try to save requests until the buy me a coffee, mainly because I have a handful there already, and I'm trying to get through all of them. So I try my hardest to only do requests from people like when I'm caught up. But this guy's been watching. He said I'm one of his favorite YouTubers, and dude, I'm a sucker, bro. I like to I like to throw out kindness. I mean, you want to see something, I want to do it. You know what I mean? I enjoy what I do. Now, the problem that I'm about to have is this is the greatest Eminem remix ever. And I fucking hate Eminem. I think he's one of the most overblown rappers of the world. I can't stand the motherfucker. I think he's useless. And I think that if he would have retired after the end of Curtain Call, the world would have been a better place. Now, that being said, up until that time, I loved Eminem. But with his release of Relapse and the dog shit music that came from that, I was done. And then apparently he kept making music after that, which is crazy because that shit was trash. I know he released another CD and he had to come out and openly apologize about how bad it was. But at that point, I'm already done. I know that Eminem is a good rapper. I know that he has a really good cadence. I know that typically he makes some of the best tracks with producing and stuff like that. So I know that he comes with quality stuff. I just don't like his music anymore. His music used to be angsty about the societal constraints that we were stuck in, the FCC and fighting control from corporations and government, and they were interesting, fun, dynamic. I like poor people because poor people usually have a dope perspective on the world. Their biggest problem is that they're poor. They're not depressed. They're not looking to complain about stuff. They're just poor. The problem is when people start getting success and money, as they start inventing problems because we need problems in order to feel important. So I fucking hate Eminem. But I admit his skill. So, anyway, all that to be said, I need to get into the greatest Eminem remix ever. Let's do it.
Monster. Yo, it's been a minute since I was slaughtering, but Koofy's called and said it's Rap History Month of honoring all the legends. Allegedly, everyone in the audience thought I oughta be the one to honor M, so I gotta then. But I hope I do it justice. Let me dust this mic off with a little bit of Lysol and a white.
This shit's boring as fuck, dude. I can't stand fast rap, dude.
Cloth and a bussin', what better way to pay homage than rhyming on Eminem and Dre beats? I'm bombing them like Bhutan to Ukraine, Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden. Bombs away, no time to play or go potty. Training all you toddlers, my generation is way too lazy. Roe v. Wade in the condom would have saved us from these rapping babies.
I mean, he's got bars, dude. He's doing good. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing it. It's just, musically, it's fucking boring. There's nothing to listen to. There's nothing to fill. Unless he gets really angry. And then I might have something to enjoy.
Babies yell at disgracing the founding fathers. It's crazy how we dumbed it down just to make a few dollars. So I take them to college. Everybody want to see us spit it, so I let us spit it. Celebrate.
God damn, dude. Sounds so gay. All right.
Well, it's celebrating quicker than a particle colliding with an atom automatic. When I'm adamant, it's medic. When I'm at it in my head, I got a rabbit set of Vatican is medic, and I'm never gonna let it. When I've never been afraid to put the pen and picture renegade. I'm all about the sentiment.
Oh my God, dude. This is just skill flexing. I don't care. I've never cared. My style of music goes against everything this stands for. Everything this stands for is the worst part of music. This is the same shit that we were doing in the fucking 80s with like the most complicated, super long guitar solos that were like technical masterpieces, but fucking boring because they were empty and vapid. That's what this is. It's fast. It's hard to do. It's impressive to see one time. And then after that, you're like, cool. Never listening to that again because that wasn't music. But okay.
I'm hotter than 100 fucking centigrade. People want to centigrade a venom and a panic. And they headed for the interstate erratic. And you're trying to get away to going medic, but I'm never gonna let them. And I probably should be medicated. Sicker than a killing. I'm my body kind of elevated. Someone going to the haters. I'ma put the body in the shredder. Then I relic in a little bit of meta when I'm chopping up the enemy. But then again, I think it should be celebrated. Motherfuckers looking at the gut up in the greatest sense. Man, stop. Mentally sporadic, so bananas I've been getting.
See, that's music. I could fuck with this.
Mad at my rents, friends, and inanimate things. I'm so adamant when I tell you that I had it with them. Grabbing a pen, not a rapping addicts, had it again. Had an event in Miami with the baddie of 10. Her name is Daphne, well you could call me Shaggy. While we shagging the cheeks, clapping the head, smacking against the back of my Benz. I've been in my bag like a caddy, I guess. Pull the iron out, hole in one, no part 5. You wanna be a smart guy, give him.
That's fire, dude. This is all fire, dude.
The carbine, a far cry from my father, dark thigh, a much worse. Luke just went to the dark side. A part-time apartheid, everyone all dies. So all rise, judge, show them the archives. Crack cocaine, dirty hookers and barflies. I got more than Hunter Biden's hard drive.
That was a bar. That was like 9 bars.
They call me Batman, cause I've been robbing. Switch up on my city, word to Ben Johnson. We just
Yeah, fuck Benny Johnson, bro. Sorry.
left Gotham. I love Detroit, but fuck Wisconsin. And Ted Thompson, y'all smell rotten cheeseheads. You'll get your fucking bell stomped in. Bonnet and suit and call a bail bondsman.
God, I miss old Eminem, bro. Back when he made music instead of this trite shit where he's just like, let me show you how good I am, like a fucking nerd. This shit is dope. Can we go back to this? Can we get back to the music? Where there's like, you know, proper instrumentation, ups and downs, there's beats. Like when you're going like that's not music. I'm sorry, that's boring as fuck, bro. When you got to cut out all instrumentation so you can just go up there and sound like you're having a fucking seizure. What the fuck? This fire, dude. This dude's fucking slaying right now.
Cause they wanted to sue me like Deshaun Watson. Now the feds watching, so I fled Bronson. With a mustache shine like I was Ron Swanson.
Yeah, dude.
In a
Parks and Rec, dude. Sorry.
red Datsun, I probably head to Compton and hide out for 10 years with Emin Hobson, playing dead possum like I'm Ben Laden. I'm a liar.
Hobson does slap, bro. Old M did slap at one point.
Crack cocaine buyer, hitman for hire, but the one your kids admire, the style biter like ISIS to Al Qaeda. I go to LA with a lighter and start a wildfire. So when
That was fucking fire, dude. Actually, that was a wildfire.
you see me on your block with 2 blocks screaming fuck the world like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. Talking that shit
Yeah.
behind my back, dirty Mac and telling your boys that I'm on crack. I just don't give a fuck. So put my tape back on the rack. Go run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. But see me on the street and duck, cause you wanna get stuck, stolen, snubbed. I just don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. If only y'all could walk in my shoes. My life ain't what you
Dude. This is the perfect. I understand that people like the fast rap because they're like, oh my God, that's so hard. Bruh. This is the shit right here. This is the shit people love, bro. That shit that's got emotion to it. That shit that means something. That shit that comes from somewhere other than talent. I'm sorry, dude. I'm never like you're like, I could play the most beautiful guitar solo of all time. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, I don't turn on an album to hear the best fucking guitar solo of all time, bro. What the fuck? I don't log into I don't turn on an album to hear the best, sickest, fast rhymes of all. Nah, bro. I want the whole package. Give me everything. Give me a song.
seen on TNT or the news, it's much worse. At 15, I dropped out of school with brain damage and spent my nights in hospital rooms, became manic. Drugs I used to eat up and use, I take Xanax to manage and even get through the day. Panic is eating me, been beat up and bruised. I was abused, sense of fetus, so defeated I lose till one day it all changed, I'll never look back. My older brother went away to go fight in Iraq. He left his CD collection at home right on the rack, and I discovered Deltron 3030 Tech 9. Most Def and it's black on both sides album, yes, and it's facts. I knew it front to back like every track, along with Ever Ready Nina. He could spit it so fast, wondered one day if I could do that, so I started writing these raps. Fast forward second, I now got a couple collabs. Full
Dude, could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine? You grow up listening to an artist, and then when you get a little older, that artist is willing to work with you, bro. Look, my moment that's similar is not as heroic or dope. When I was a young man, coming to terms with my sexuality and getting totally confused around the emo boys in their shorts or their emo tight skinny jeans and the girls in their skinny jeans. Oh my God, dude. High school was the fucking bomb, dude. The amount of trim that was walking around didn't even matter, dude. I had a good time. Anyway, I found a young person named Zero Domon on DeviantArt. who was a famous crossdresser at the time, or a trap is what we used to call them. And like, bro, the amount of times that Will Berry went to fucking Pound Town on himself to their photos, bro, motherfucker was the background on my PSP, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. And then years later, I find out they stream on Twitch. Next thing you know, we're playing video games together almost every night, dog. I even do 2 of their YouTube videos. I edit 2 of their YouTube videos with them, bro. Eventually, they get rid of me because I make too many crazy jokes. But I mean, like, the crazy concept of, like, I grew up jerking off to you, and now we're hanging out. That's a fucking weird situation to be in, bro. It's fucking weird, bro. I was an abnormal motherfucker too, dude. Anyway, it's a similar story, but it's, you know, you meet, like, I got to meet Melanie Mack at one point before she became a total Nazi and a super racist that runs around saying the F word and the N word on Twitter all day. Bro, when she was on All Chat for League of Legends, that was really cool, dude. I gotta play a game with that bitch. It was a cool moment, you know what I mean? But, like, this guy got to be in a studio with this motherfucker, bro. That would have changed my... Dude, I have, like, brain frogs when I think about the things that I've done with the people that I've looked up to, or the actors I've run into living in Los Angeles. But this motherfucker got to work with Tech Nine, bro. Tech Nine's got some fire tracks, dude. I grew up listening to Tech Nine, bro. That song about suicide, oh my God, that should change my life, bro. Or, well, he's 2 verses are about suicide, and then one's about, like, loving his kids. This should change my life. I still listen to that track today. I just don't remember what it's called. I have it saved on my fucking phone. It's one of the few things I have downloaded. That's crazy, dude.
Circle, man, it's crazy, and I'm working with Shaq. I love you, Diesel, like a brother, dog. You gave me a chance. I won't let you down, I'll never do that. I swear to God, but it's so hard sometimes. I'm not a quitter, though I'm lying. If I said it, never crossed my mind. There were times when my card declined, but word to Family Guy. I got that dog in me, y'all could call me Brian. From the depths of despair, I was fighting for air. This mic, I'm prepared to now die. I don't care, so beware. Sometimes at night I fall asleep in my chair, pen in hand. I chase a dream, cause my life's a nightmare. God.
That's something that's something that's true, dude. That is really true. Like, even Eminem, bro. Even like Eminem, an artist I can't stand these days. Hell, fucking Taylor Swift, fucking Justin Bieber. I can't stand any of these motherfuckers, all right? They all dog shit. But what I will say is many of them got where they were, not just because they were attractive, though all of them are attractive people. It's because they kept working at it. Eminem worked at it. He worked through poverty for it. This man's worked at it, dude. He grew up dreaming of these things, and he's out here doing it. A lot of people complain about the position that a lot of these people are in, but they do so from a privileged position of having, like, them built up. Dude, NF was making music for years before he blew up, and now his fans got the audacity to talk shit as his new album's coming out? That's fucking insane, bro. That's insane to me. Motherfucker was working his ass off for years. Now motherfuckers are like, same with Eminem, bro. You think that motherfucker wasn't a young cypher, bro? Rapping in, like, verses, driving to work in a shitty fucking car, wishing that any part of his life would be different? Problem is that when it changed, he changed with it. I think that these motherfuckers that are huge already need to step aside. You know what I mean? Like, a big problem in American society today is that boomers still exist. They do. They refuse to retire. They refuse to move out of their positions. They refuse to move out of their homes. You got a bunch of old motherfuckers that have no kids, no family, living in a fucking 3-person home that could go to a family of 3, but they're like, I like my shit. These boomers exist constantly and get in the way of all progress. But that's also the same thing for all these established artists. You know how many artists are out there that don't need to release another CD? That they could just let that shit pass on to someone else? Like, could you imagine if you made your million and then you retired and then you just did things you enjoyed? And you didn't have to keep releasing millions and millions of fucking, or hundreds of tracks and, like, just thriving constantly for that same spotlight? Like, once you hit a millionaire, you should be forced out of any industry, bro. Full send. Once you're so rich that, like, money itself is no longer a tangible thing, we should let other artists come up. Or else I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with AI music and say, no artist can exist and we can all just make music. I'm cool with that too. Fuck it.
God damn. And I heard it's Rap History Month. Y'all have no idea what hip-hop did for me. It lifted me up when I was living rough and shit out of luck. I used to throw on Slim Shady and stop giving a fuck. So I like to honor the greatest genre. This shit allow me to take my trauma and escape the bottom. I went from hourly $7 to making commas. I love you, mom, I did it for you. I hope you're proud of me. Yeah, I know that I'm a guest in this house. I try to never overstep, it's why I slept on the couch. A lot of legendary rappers gave their life to pioneer my success. That's why I'm never pressing for clout. Fuck the record sales when I lay awake at night. I just thank God that hip-hop has saved my life. Sometimes I wonder if the greatest...
Though it's dope he's having his moment and he's got success, there are thousands of people that hip-hop has failed and killed. Hip-hop is disgusting. All things are that have like this high level of threshold. Hip hop has pushed a lot of dangerous ideas into the the cultural zeitgeist. Okay, hip hop is not something to be celebrated. No music form is, especially when those music forms are curtailed and controlled by a handful of people that dictate what is going to be successful. I think that we need to move away from all of it, dude. Fuck hip hop. Fuck rock and roll. Fuck punk. Fuck it all, dude. Fuck grunge. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, all of these things existed because someone thought that there was money to be made in these brackets. The day that money is completely removed from music making, I think is when music becomes what it was meant to be. No one should get paid to make a song. You should just make a song that speaks to your heart. You should have to, after you make a dope song, maybe go work a job or something and remember what it's like to be a person. That's a crazy concept. I would live in that world all day if given the opportunity. Because I think our entire society works better when we're all working towards something. Instead of, millionaires crying about how hard their life is when they are so much more better off than 90% of the people that buy their music and make them who they are.
Even know my name or respect my game, so every time...
So respect to Charlie? From Chris Most Moist Critical or whatever his name is. Respect to someone like that. Respect to anyone who's like, dude, I already have my bag. I'm gonna make my money from ad revenue. You don't need. I'm gonna turn off the ability for you to donate to my channel. I'm already good. I make enough money from ad revenue to sustain a successful lifestyle. I have a nice home. I have the guns I want. I have the car I want. All the things I want in my life, I've already have. And I make enough money off of my YouTube channel to where I can turn off ad revenue. We need to go back to a society that doesn't allow people to have millions and billions of dollars. We need to go back to a society that there shouldn't be a single YouTuber with like 4 million subscribers that have a Patreon anymore. And all of us that support these people should stop today. They are rich. They don't need your support anymore. Stop paying them. They're going to make their content whether you pay them or not. Their ad revenue is already good enough. Stop paying people like Ren. Stop paying people like Destiny. Stop paying people like Hassan. Stop paying any artist that's already a millionaire. They're already doing what they want to do with the money. They have it. Their ad revenue will pay them. They don't need you to give them money. They're rich. Stop it. You're poor. Stop throwing away your money. Stop. And donate to me.
I grace that mic. I gotta show 'em what
By the way, full send, okay? If I ever make it on YouTube to where I have enough ad revenue to live successfully off of my content, I'm turning off Buy Me a Coffee. You guys will never be able to request a song from me ever again. I don't even have a Patreon. And I'm going to turn off super chats. I do not want your money if I'm making enough ad revenue off of the videos themselves to sustain a happy life. If I'm making 100 grand from YouTube, you're damn right I'm turning off all that other shit. I'm not taking sponsors. I make enough money. You don't need to keep doing it. Challenge me, please. Keep watching.
the fuck I've been going for the gusto. Seat of my pants, I fly by like I'm in a Boeing. Not a white boy, I'm a Samoan. Cause I like fake hoes like Monty Teo. Silicone tits with an ass like J-Lo that I paid for. Face full of lip filler, puffing out like a chinchilla. Case closed. Case closed. Case closed.
I didn't like that one, bro. I didn't like that. I mean, he was good bars, good rap. Shitty Eminem song. Oh yeah, so Houdini. I just Sounds like something I wouldn't like.
Life has been a constant state. A motherfucker's fueling me with lots of hate. Atlantic Records said I'd never sell 1,000 tapes. He's too lyrical. Fuck it then, get out my way. Don't play.
Can you imagine a label telling you you're too lyrical? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. I will say that one of the downfalls of AI music, here, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So I made a song also with AI music, and I was trying to like make essentially a rap song. And of course, it also goes into doubles and triples, and it starts getting really fast and super, I don't even really like the song per se. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. But it's called The Id Within. And bro, look how wordy this shit is. Like, these 2 lines could have been 2 verses in a song normally. But like, this thing, it just goes. It just goes. And this is where the rap verse actually starts. It starts down here. This whole thing is super lyrically fucking dense. Like, I ripple the riddle and middle, or I'm spitting in the middle of the mind. Id, ego, super ego, spiral and time, collide and design, align and decline. Like, it just goes fucking fast. But like, could you imagine a label going, too lyrical? We're not going to fuck with that. Meanwhile, Eminem made a career out of it. Now, granted, I agree with the label that I think that music, like, I don't even really like this song. I like how, I like the flow of it. And hell, I even had someone review my song on the Suno app. Like, he's a guy who does these things. He liked all the way up until the rap part happened. So I'm not the only one that thinks that fast rap is trash. But, like, bro, songs in modern music, 1, because you have to breathe. 2, they're worried about sonic sounds and then the capabilities of those sonic sounds and how they affect the music. But like, so, I mean, they're not entirely wrong that something can be too lyrical, or there might be too much, it's too wordy. But like, if you can package it with a good cadence, like this guy can do, then again, I'm only listening to his remix of an Eminem song. I don't know what his original music sounds like. But I know that his original lyrics are in here, and he's got a really good cadence on it. I mean, his fast rap shit for the first one, like Godzilla or whatever the fuck that was, I didn't really fuck with. And when he went into Houdini, I didn't really fuck with it either. But like, he still got a good cadence. All of the other stuff sounded good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I think that like some of these, again, these people that control these, these record labels, they want safe, easy music that people don't like, or people that don't require you to think. And the record label's not entirely wrong. The most successful music, you can just go to Spotify right now. Taylor Swift has like 80 million subscribers. This guy has not even 1 million. So, I mean, the record label wasn't wrong. The record label was probably sticking to like, I mean, they were wrong in the fact that he sold more than they said he did. You know what I mean? But like, they weren't wrong that a majority of humans don't want that music. A majority of humans want to come home, listen to a 2.5 to 3 minute song right around the perfect time length, that doesn't require them to think, that makes them feel emotions or makes them feel something in a vague sense. And then like it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get deep. It doesn't get complex. And people don't even naturally seek that shit out. Like, you could look at Ren. Ren is a very complex person that talks about a wide scope of issues. He talks about the fallacies that we fall into, and then the thought process that we help create and demand the world, or we put demand in the world and we create a world that we get to exist in, and we perpetuate that world through our actions, the things we spend our money on, the things we go to, the things that we spend our time on, our creative time on. We're creating the environment that allows these atrocities that happen. But no one wants to get into that kind of conversation and talk about their faults and failures as a person, because that involves introspection and time and paying attention and asking serious questions you may not want the answers to. Sometimes it's easier to just say, oh, no, that guy's wrong about me. I don't have an ego, and just go about your day. But that's not what this guy's trying to do, and that's not what most deeper intellectual music is trying to do. It's trying to get to the core of an issue and talk about a particular thing that makes you feel something. It's asking more of the listener than it is of, it's asking more of the listener. And, movies do that all the time. You see that in that Netflix special, Don't Fuck With Cats. It ends on that very sentiment. Why are you watching a 3-part video that's 3 hours long about a man torturing cats? Like there's some level of responsibility here. So, I mean, the record label wasn't entirely wrong, but they weren't right either. There are a market for these things. They may not just want to put the level of money in. Everyone's looking for the next big thing. The next big thing is not good, and that's the big problem with the industry. Everyone wants to be the next big thing. That's why I kind of stand AI music right now, because it allows, no one cares. Dude, no one will ever have to listen to another artist ever if they don't want to. You can go in and say, I want to write a song today, and write out a song about how you're feeling about your particular situation. You can make an AI song of it, and you can just listen to it. You can make an AI song for your dead dad. You don't have to listen to someone else explain their dead dad. You can just do that now. You know what I mean? Like you can, if your dad dies and you want to remember him, you can just go type into a few prompts, write out the lyrics, manufacture a song, maybe in his favorite style of music, and boom, now you have a full fucking bang track that reminds you of your father. And then like, well, there's no soul in it. Well, okay, there's no soul in Taylor Swift's music either. I would argue there's no soul in Eminem's music anymore either. Like, at what point, what do we mean by soul? What?
Never sell 1,000 tapes, he's too lyrical. Fuck it then, get out my way. Don't play with me, dog, this is not a game. And the only way y'all can hang's like Saddam Hussein. Yeah, I'm insane, might fuck around and drop your name at a Super Bowl concert, then stomp your grave. Everybody's always asking, they want me to pick my top 5. Fuck it then, I'll leave you with this.
Nice.
I got Nina, 50 Cent, and K. Dot in this bitch, and Crooked Eye. But Emma's at the top of my list, you disagree?
Ugh. Eminem is at the top of your list, bro? What the fuck? And so is 50 Cent? Ugh, dude. Why do people stand 50 Cent? Dude, he's awful, bro.
Nice try, Slim Shady's Tom Brady. There's no debating what I stated, so you haters can all cry.
No, yeah, you can't. You really can't. Like, if you were to say an objective fact, I've had this argument before. Objectively, Eminem is the best rapper of all time. Objectively. He's got some of the fastest cadences. He's sold the most units. He's the biggest rapper to ever rap. You can't even argue that. Nothing else comes close. He outsells everybody. He outperforms everybody. He's got some of the fastest cadences in the game. He's been doing it for like 30 fucking years at this point. He is the greatest of all time right now. Doesn't mean I like his dog shit music. And just because I don't like his music doesn't mean I'm not going to give the man his flowers. The man has done a tremendous career over 30 fucking years. Because you can be honest across the board. Eminem is a better rapper than Ren. He just is. He has better talent, better skill, better cadence, better delivery. Sorry, he is. Eminem is a better rapper than all the rappers you like. That doesn't mean I like his music. Just keeping it 100.
I waited a long time to rap alongside Eminem, the greatest of all time. And I might never have the chance, so as a fan, I just wanna tell him man to man. There were times I was riding in the ambulance and thought it was my last dance, so I threw on that Aftermath.
That was a dope album, bro.
Said fuck it, the world can all suck it. I grew up bumping Dr. Dre, D12, Marshall, Royce the...
I do like D12, bro. And I will say, look, one of my favorite rappers of all time, one of my favorite, is Whitey Ford from the House of Pain, bro. I really fuck with Whitey Ford, bro. Whitey Ford and Eminem had a beef. My favorite rapper lost that beef. I respect how he did it, but he lost. So Eminem made a diss on Whitey Ford. So Whitey Ford, a subliminal diss, right? And just in a track, just talking shit. Whitey Ford made a diss track. Or something like that. Or no, I think Whitey Ford actually said something fucked up about how Eminem ain't thug. Which was his whole point. Eminem ain't thug. He's a white little nerdy boy from Detroit, dude. He's not a thug. He's never called himself a thug. But that's what he was saying. Because, like, from House of Pain, my boy's gangsters fuck, all right? Anyway, Eminem's not a thug. Eminem took offense to that, said some shit about him, so our boy made a diss track against Eminem. It was a dope diss track. You know what I mean? It didn't go as hard as Rap God, or no, well, not Rap God. Who was the one? Rap Devil. It didn't go as hard as Rap Devil. I still think MGK had the best swing at Eminem, but it was a gangsta ass track. And at the end of his track, he said, "Fuck you, I'm done." So Eminem made a response. I can't remember, or Eminem did a diss track and he responded. Whatever, dude. All I know is at the end of Everlast song, he said, "I'm not beefing with Eminem. I don't give a fuck. He's a bird ass bitch." And he is. Eminem's a bitch. There's a reason why he's got bodyguards. He's a bitch. He's always been a bitch. Eminem ain't gonna fight you. He's a pussy. He's always been a pussy. And to say otherwise, you're just lying. Anyway, my boy Everlast never made another track, but Eminem did. He actually got the boys from D12, did a fucking Tupac style of hit him up with his boys from D12, and it was gangster. And he buried the fuck out of Everlast. Everlast probably even called him and said that shit was sick. It was a good diss. Both of his disses were dope. You don't come swinging at him. He's still a pussy, but you don't. If you let him pick up a pen, you're getting crucified. Okay? My favorite rapper lost that duel. I still say Eminem won. You can be honest regardless about your own personal fucking feelings on a particular situation. Eminem out-rapped him, had a way creative way to do it. He brought fucking West Coast rap because I think Whitey Ford's from the East Coast. Like, it was thug as fuck. But what I will say is I still respect Everlast for standing up for what he said, dude. He said, "I'm done. If you want to talk shit again, we'll settle it with our hands." And of course, Eminem's a pussy, so he made another song. And Everlast didn't keep going. He just said, "I told you I was done. You want to fucking throw hands? Let's throw hands. Otherwise, you a bitch-ass motherfucker." And that's where it ended. Now, Everlast lost, but I respect what he did. And I respect that if he would have made another track, I would have lost all respect. You know what I mean? I respect that.
5'9" into 9 beats in my car though. I got a lot of love for them all, yo. Fuck a sob story, I ain't going back to broke. I came too far to turn around and pack my clothes. You get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. If I do, I'm going out like I'm Al Capone. I'll be a chopper to the bitter and a spitter like I'm Dillinger. I kill him as I fill him with a million hoes. Fuck your feelings if you ain't feeling it, still in a pose. I just did this shit to honor who is really the GOAT. Slim.
I was dope, dude. I mean, all this was good, bro. This young man's got a lot of talent. He's got a really good natural cadence. He's got a good voice. He's mimicking one of the greatest of all time in his own words. Like, that's impressive within itself. I respect that. You know, hopefully one day him and Eminem get to do a track together. Eminem's kind of a bitch-ass motherfucker, so it'll never happen. A lot of people be begging them motherfuckers for that shit. Like, I know Dax came out and tried that, but Dax is corny as fuck and is dog shit. And, like, he didn't even know that Eminem was, like, a fucking hardcore progressive. Of course he was, dude. What the fuck? We were all progressive at the time fighting the establishment, dude. What the fuck?
If you ain't feeling it, still in a pose. I just did this shit to honor who is really the GOAT. Slim.
Nah, I fuck with it, dude. It's good. I don't know who this guy is, but he's working with Shaq and all them. That's pretty cool. It's only 8 months old. Yeah, it makes me wonder, dude. I wonder. I mean, Eminem is such a petulant child that I guarantee you somehow he took offense to this shit, dude. I guarantee it. Where's Eminem, bro? He could show up easily, put a comment in here. But he's too important. He's too big. He doesn't give a fuck. God, I hate Eminem, dude. I fucking hate him so much. I'd rather listen to Taylor Swift all day than hear another one of those fucking modern Eminem tracks. He's so fucking disgusting. But this young man did good. God, I do hate Eminem, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, peace.